Hi everyone, it's Megan. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, and this is my April haul. Now, I really wanted to be good this month, you know, like I really wanted to have nothing to show you other than my BookBox books and maybe a few pre-orders I'd forgotten about. I go on holiday next month and I'm planning on buying so many things, but alas, did not happen. I don't know how this happened, but I have a massive pile of books to show you, so let's dive in. And if I don't know what they're about, then I don't know what they're about, and we can go on this journey together. So the first book I bought was reading Shakespeare's Sonnet, a new commentary by Don Patterson. I am trying to read more non-fiction this year, and honestly, I'm very picky with my non-fiction. A lot of it I found really boring, and so I really enjoyed The Genius of Jane Austen that I read last year by Paula Byrne, I believe. So I thought this might be a fun one to read, and I really didn't do many Shakespeare sonnets during like school when I was doing English. It was mainly the plays, so it'd be interesting to see a more academic take than just me reading them would have. These are in no particular order, they're just in the pile that they've been shuffled around my room different places so I can hide them from my family. So next we have Anatomy, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz. This is a gothic love story set in Edinburgh in 1817, and it's about a woman who wants to be a surgeon and a guy who is a resurrectionist. Don't know what that is, but interested to find out. And like, how cool is this cover? Like, this is a dress, this is a person. I just thought it was a weird heart, but no, I'm obsessed. A gothic tale full of mystery and romance is what it says on the back, and I don't know when I'm going to read it, but I really wanted the edition, so I got it. Next we have Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I have been looking for this edition for a while because my friend really wanted it, so I've been keeping my eye out, and I found a couple of editions and she didn't buy it in time, and now I feel guilty because I did. Bloomsbury don't do these modern classics anymore, which is such a shame because they're beautiful. But I don't know what this is about. It's one of my friend's favourite books. I think it's about magicians set in the past. But yeah, it's massive, it's scary, and it's beautiful. And now I own it. Next, I went to visit Maddie in Birmingham, and Waterstones were having double points that weekend, and I bought The Court of Broken Knives by Anna Smith Spark. I own the second book in the series already, and then this edition was really floppy, so despite the fact I already have it on audio, I picked it up, and I have no idea what this is about. It's a confident first novel with deep veins of vice and brutality running through it, heralding the start of an atmospheric new series, and I've heard it's also queer. That might be a lie, but interested to find out. I'm like, can you pass up this? I don't think so. I don't know when I bought this book, but I haven't hauled it, so I may as well put it here. This is Mrs. Death, Mrs. Death by Selena Goddard. I have no idea what this is. I thought this was a mystery, and then my mum read it and she said that it wasn't a mystery, that it was like philosophical. So I know Kayla from Books and La La likes it, and that is why I bought it. It was shortlisted for the Gordon Byrne Prize. So Mrs. Death has had enough. She's exhausted by a job and seeks someone to unburden her conscience to. She meets Wolf, a troubled young writer, who, enthralled by her stories, begins to write Mrs. Death's memoirs. As the two reflect on the losses they've experienced, their friendship flourishes. All the while, despite her world weariness, Death must continue to hold human fates in her hands, appearing in our lives when we least expect her. This is really short. Again, have no idea when I'm going to read it, but it was buy one get one half price. And I must have bought something else at the time. I don't know what it is. Oh, I do. I bought the latest Karen M. McManus and then proceeded to lend it to my cousin, so I don't have it, but that's what I bought. While I was visiting my date, I also bought Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I had an arc of this kindly sent to me by NetGalley, so thank you. And I gave it 5 stars. I loved it so much. I cannot wait for Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. This is a sapphic love story about Delilah, who is brought home to photograph her sister's wedding to a hometown that she hates and a family who don't treat her very well. And whilst there, she stumbles into Claire, one of Astrid, the sister's best friends, who is a single mum, and they start a little something. And it's just great. And this is also floppy and beautiful and purple, and just I'm very happy to own this. Whilst doing some late night shopping, I bought The Fine Print and Terms and Conditions by Lauren Fisher. These blew up on TikTok, but Facebook has been recommending these to me for a while now. So I saw them before TikTok, and then when they did explode on TikTok, I was like, maybe it's okay, maybe I can buy these. But all I know is these are romances about billionaires. I don't know the specific trope. I think this one is fake marriage. I don't know what the tropes associated with this one are, but I'm excited to get to these in summertime, probably. I have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This was very kindly gifted to me by Liam. And this is a story about a girl who I think commits suicide, and instead of going to like a solid afterlife, she then can go through the different choices she could have made to see what her life could have been. And I've heard mixed things, but most people seem to like it, so this will be my first Matt Haig, and I'm intrigued. And then again, late night shopping got me, and I bought The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels and The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. These are beautiful covers, very excited about them. I know very little about what they're about. So this is a prim and proper lady thief must save her aunt from a crazed pirate and his dangerously charming henchman in this fantastical historical romance. And this one doesn't have a handy dandy little summary at the top. Oh, another pirate. Is it the same pirate? Don't know. But about a pirate and a witch, and they steal something together. I don't know. But like, look at these covers and tell me you wouldn't want to buy them. and like historical romance aspects to them as well. Sign me up. Okay, and then I bought Loveless and Fancy Ships by Sarah Grinder Ruiz. I follow this author on Twitter. And then New Book, I will put the cover here. Sounds fantastic, and this is the first in that series, and so I'm excited, and I always want more romances, especially Berkeley romances. I love them. That's all I know, truly. I'm just happy to be here. And then I bought A Psalm for the Wild Built. So I bought this because it was double points at Waterstones, because this is so expensive and it's so short, but everybody loves this, and I'm hoping that I can make it work for whatever-a-thon. This is about Monk and Robot. Centuries since the robots have pang against self-awareness and laid down their tools. Centuries since they've wandered en masse into the wilderness, never to be seen again. Centuries since they faded into myth and urban legend. One day, the life of a tea monk is upended by the arrival of a robot there to honour the old promise of checking in. The robot has one question: what do people need? But the answer to that question depends on who you ask and how. They're going to need to ask it a lot. I mean, I don't know how you can answer that question in like 120 pages, but 150 pages. Anyway, but yeah, I'm excited. Then I got Electra by Jennifer Saint. This was a pre-order I had. Like, how stunning are these end pages? Like, this is a very pretty book. I still haven't read Ariadne, and this is a retelling of Clytemnestra, Cassandra, and Electra. And I love a Greek retelling. They're my shit, so very excited. Maybe I'll try and read both of them together, so I don't just have two Jennifer Saint books out on my TBR. Okay, and we are nearly there. I also bought Plain Bad Heroines because I don't want this to no longer be available in hardcover, so I ordered it. And this is about, I think, an elite boarding school or a private school or something, where like a while ago people died and then they're making a movie, and I don't really know what the plot is from there. Like, I don't know who the main characters are. Like, I think they just start to make a movie and things start happening, and so I'm assuming we find out what happened to the girls who were murdered a while ago, but who knows. But like, how intriguing is this cover? But like, it's chunky. Who knows when I'm going to read this? We'll see. Now we have the final 3 books, guys, and if you don't want to know what the Fairy Loot and Illumicrate books are for April, then like, nice to see you. Bye. So Fairy Loot, we got An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X. Arpan, which I believe is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. A spellbinding reinterpretation of Romeo and Juliet filled with romance, magic, and Chinese mythology. And if you know me, you know I'm here for star-crossed lovers, Romeo and Juliet inspired thing. And I haven't read Emily X. Arpan yet, but like, how stunning is this cover? And I do want to read The Astonishing Colour After, so I'm very excited to have this one. And then we also have Blood Scion by Deborah Valle. This is what they deserve. They wanted me to be a monster. I will be the worst monster they ever created. Don't know what it's about. I think there's like a god with like a power. I don't want to know what it's about. Just this is what came in Fairy Loot. I now have this book. And then we have Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee, which is the Illumicrate book about a group of people who do a heist because colonialism is shit. And that's all I know about this, and all I want to know about this. So yeah, that was way more books than I really wanted to be hauling this month, but it's fine. Oh, I also got some cool author things. So I pre-ordered A Farewell to Magic. So I got this really cool tip-in, like, author sticker signature thing. Can't think of any better words for that. And some really cool like tarot cards based on them. Like, oh, I love them so much. So we have one. Okay. And then we have Maggie. And we have them both. I'm obsessed with them. I don't think you understand. And yeah, this is really cool, but I also got a different pre-order incentive. So I'd already put a little tip-in sheet thing in my copy, so yeah, might have to buy another edition. Really cool, really appreciate those, and you should read A Farewell to Magic because it was really good and I really enjoyed it. And I will probably be hauling Down Comes the Night at some point soon because of who I am as a person. So yeah, give me a second. That's 18 books that I've hauled in April when I really wanted to be hauling like 3. So that's fine. And it's going to be far worse come May, so looks like I'm going to be doing another unhaul and another reorganisation of my shelf. So yeah, that's everything from me. Feel free to message me in the comments below. How are your April hauls? Did you manage to haul less than me? How's your May looking? Was it going to go better? And yeah, that's it. Follow me on social media, chat to me in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.